Hope everyone is feeling good. We missed everyone. All right, today we're going to be working on our shoulders and back, and since it's just all our regular faces, I won't go through the beginning tidbits, but just always pay attention to your body. Don't forget, this is your body, this is your workout. So if you've been feeling, kind of stiff, just take it easy. You don't have to do all the things, but just make sure you can breathe. Today we're going to be working on our shoulders and back. And we're going to be starting on our knees. If this feels uncomfortable, you can totally just sit down for this. We'll be on our knees for a little bit. Make sure you've got some comfort if you need cushioning. And then I guess we should start. Yes, we should start. All right, so just sit up tall wherever you are. And take your 2 deep breaths, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. We're going to take our head to the right. And then start to move your chin up and down. Take it slow. Notice if your shoulders want to do something. Don't let them. Breathe. And then stopping here, we'll take our head to the right. Same thing. Chin goes up, chin goes down. Just noticing what your shoulders are doing. Try to relax them. And then bring your head back to center. Lift your chin up. And same thing, we're going to move our chin right and left, just gentle rocks. Lifting your chin up to the sky. Breathing normal. And test it. Keep your jaw open or closed. See how that feels. Breathe. And then finally stopping here, float your chin into your chest. And then draw that U shape to each shoulder, allowing your head to fall heavy. Keep breathing. And then allow your head to fall heavy into your chest. Take 2 deep breaths. And then place your hands, fingertips slightly behind your head. On your next inhale, lift up your head, open your elbows wide. And then exhale, bring your elbows to touch. Inhale, open the elbows wide, but don't flare out your rib cage. Keep it in. Exhale, bring those elbows to touch. Engaging your ab muscles. Keep going, use your breath. Squeeze your back muscles together. Don't flare out your ribs. Last one. And then bringing your fingers or your palms right beside your head, and then bring your head to your hands, right and left. Breathe. Gentle. Like a ping pong ball in space. And then stopping here, float your arms down, and we're gonna bring our chin forward, and then sink your chin back like you're giving yourself 8,000 chins. Reach it forward, don't move anything else, just your head. Pull it back, make sure you're not dipping your chin into your chest. Make sure it's going directly forward and back, as if there is a shelf, and it's staying on that shelf. 2 more. And then keeping your chin back, 8,000 chins. Draw some circles with your chin. Take it slow. Relax your shoulders. 8,000 chins. And then reverse the direction of those Chin circles. Keep giving yourself 8,000 chins. Breathe. And then finally floating your head back to center. Imagine there's a string lifting you up. On your next inhale, rise up. And then keep that length. Bring your legs parallel behind you. Tops of the toes can rest onto the floor. And then bring your right shoulder up and down. Don't move anything else, just this one shoulder. Keep breathing. And then bring that one shoulder forward and back. Don't move anything else. Breathe. If it's not working out, take it slower. And then draw a circle all the way back. Make sure you're going into a circle and not like a D or some sort of other weird shape. Also, don't do like that. Just the shoulder. Forward, up, back, and down. One more this way. And then reverse that giant circle. Starting it with your breath, relaxing everything else. And then finally relax that arm down, other shoulder up and down. Don't forget about the down. Notice if your shoulders are like forward going up and down, try to find your center. So like fingertips reaching down exactly where your knee is, up and down. And then start to glide your shoulder front and back. Don't move anything else. Notice if you start to slouch. Sometimes when you concentrate on one thing, other things go. So just be mindful of what your body's doing, how it struggles, how you can relax. Let's draw our giant circles. Whew. All the way up and around and back. Remember, don't take the rest of your body with you. And try to make that full circle, not a D or an E, an I. Reverse your circle. And then finally floating that arm down, take a deep breath. And then engaging your abs. Press your palms down, spread your fingers wide, and then alternate the shoulders right and left. Again, making sure that the shoulder or the arm is going directly in the center and not like forward or even backward. Engaging your rib cage, engaging your abs. And then stopping here, start to draw circles with your palms, keeping your arms straight. Almost like you're reaching toward the floor with your palms, flexing your fingers toward your face even harder. Float your arms up to the side. Make sure they're not in the front or the back. Make sure they're directly to your side. And you're elongating your arms, reaching them toward the side walls, like you're trying to polish your walls. And then float your arms up to the sky. Don't lift your shoulders. Try to keep them just relaxed wherever they want to go. Breathe. Keep pushing your palms into the ceiling. Straightening your arms. Reverse the direction of your circles. Keep pushing the ceiling away. Float your arms back out to the side, reaching toward the side walls. Again, my arms like to go like this. I have to remember side. One arm is doing better than the other. I'll just notice that and try to correct that. If that's happening for you, do that too. Arms down, breathe. Keep flexing your fingers toward your face, spreading your fingers wider. Nice stretch. All right, then stopping here, arms out, circle your wrists, breathe. Reverse your circles. And then opening and closing your fists as fast as you can. While you do this, circle your arms all the way around, crossing the opposite one that's on top each time. And really use your shoulders to power this movement. Breathe. Reverse the direction of your circles. Keep opening and closing your fists as fast as you can. And then stopping here, fingers to shoulders, stir your elbows. Don't move the rest of your body. Swim them forward, breathe. Reverse your circle. Elbow. Notice if one likes to make a smaller circle, try to even them out. Without moving the rest of your body. Swim your arms backward, all the way straight. Breathe. Engage your abs, reverse your circles all the way forward. Keep breathing. And then float your arms down and up. Don't move the rest of your body. Ribcage stays still. Bringing your arms as close to your head as possible. Again, trying to even it out. My left one likes to go like that. Woo. Get them both even. Let's alternate reaching right and left. Ooh, my arm cracked both at the same time. Remember that arm stays close by the ear, not in a Y, it's in an I. Close to your hip as well. All right, both arms up to the sky. Shrug your shoulders into your head, up and down. And then alternate. Again, arms close by the head. Mine like to wander. Keep them back. Then stopping here. Let's circle the shoulders all the way back. Breathe. Reverse. Excellent. And then stopping here, we're gonna have a little bit of a sit back. Place your hands onto your thighs. Bring your rib cage front and back. Inhale forward, exhale back. And then try to bring it right and left. Same thing with your breath. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hips stay where they are. If you need to use your hand, do it. Glide your rib cage. And then stopping here, bring your arms out, circle your hips all the way around, squeeze your butt. Hips go back, squeeze your butt. 2 more this way. And then let's reverse, sit in it back, butt squeeze forward. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Excellent, and then we'll take a rest. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, let's go to our hands and knees. So tabletop position, fingers are spread wide, arms are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath your hips. And let's do a big circle. So you're gonna take giant circles around your wrists forward, and then sinking back maybe into your little bit of a child's pose there. So giant circles, just going all the way around using your breath. And then try to reverse the direction of your circle. And after this last circle, you're going to sink yourself back into your child's pose. Relax, arms stretched out in front. Maybe you rest your forehead onto the floor. Take 2 deep breaths. All right, with your forehead still on the floor here, we're going to do our single prone swim, arm swim. So you're going to lift your right arm up with your palm toward the midline of your body. You're going to rotate the arm out, flipping your palm upward, thumb toward the back, and then bending your elbow, sliding that arm with the back of the palm up your back as high as possible. And then floating the arm back around, rotating the palm so that it's back toward the midline, maybe arm goes by the ear, and then we do it again. So 2 on the right, 2 on the left, going at your own speed, using your breath.
Maybe that arm goes up a little bit higher that second time. You can take a break in between, deep breath. Before going into that second arm, left arm palm up toward the midline. You rotate that arm out and around, swim. Bending the elbow, reaching the back of the palm up your back as high as possible before sending it back to where it came. Swooping, rotate, rotate, rotate. You might hear or feel some weird stuff. That's totally normal. Take it slow. There's no rush. After you're done with your 2 on the right, 2 on the left, you're going to stay in your child's pose. But this time we're going to float our arms down by our side with our palms up and take 2 deep breaths. And then you're going to place your palms back, outstretched arms in front. Take a deep breath in and exhale your way back to your tabletop position.
When you get there, parallel your feet behind you. Make sure you're stacked underneath your joints. And let's do our circular cat and cow. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, belly falls, tailbone up, chest out, chin up. And then circle everything toward the front. Dropping your chin into your chest as you arch and round through your cat pose. And then circling out the other side. Let's do 4 times to the right, 4 times to the left. Notice if your knees or your hands start to fall out to the side. That's an indication that something is happening in either your hips or your shoulders. So keep them all strong. You don't want to end up like this. Sometimes that happens with my knees. I notice they fall out to the side. So I just try to keep them strong right here in my hips. Squeeze your butts. I'm on my left rotations now. You can totally go slower than I'm going, but try not to go faster. Notice if you like to sink forward or backward. I tend to sink backward, so I try to sink forward. When you're done with your 4 right, 4 left, stop in the center, neutral spine, and then bring your toes together, sink your hips onto your heels and relax in your child's pose for 2 deep breaths. Keep your hips onto your heels as much as you can. Chin stays into your chest. Slide your hands down your mat as you roll up through your spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing your head up last. Excellent. Then we're going to sit up onto our knees. We're going to do 3 sets of camel pose. First 2 will be hands on lower back. Last one's going to be arms glued beside our head. But let's get our leg position. So knees are right underneath your hips, and then bring your toes together. Remember, you're going to squeeze your butt. That's going to get your back bending a little bit more than just this low back. Low back likes to bend. So let's get our hips involved. Also, imagine that you have a string in your rib cage, and I'm in the ceiling with the other end of that string. And I'm going, eh, and you're going, ah, as I keep pulling. Okay, last thing, when you drop your head back, first we're going to go back like this, and then look back. So we're giving ourselves that double chin before we go back. So if this feels terrible, know that back bends sometimes make people feel dizzy, nauseous. If that happens, just take your child's pose, rest, relax. But here we go. We're going to try to hold back there for 4 deep breaths. So hands to low back. And take a deep breath in, lengthen your spine. Keep that length. Exhale, squeeze your butt. Low butt, pressing your hips forward as much as you can. Shoulders are relaxed. Then inhale again, lengthening your spine. Here's that string. Keep that length. And then on your exhale, put your chin in and then drop your head back. Look behind you and then take 4 deep breaths. Every exhale squeezes your butt. Every inhale lengthens your spine. When you're ready to come up, come back up slowly, pulling your belly button deep toward your spine on a big, deep inhale. Keep squeezing your back. And then come all the way up, relax your arms down, and take 2 deep breaths and feel what's going on with your body. Going backwards, upside down, sometimes makes people feel a little bit weird, dizzy, nauseous. Totally normal if that's happened. Remember, just take your child's pose. You don't have to do the second set, but if you're ready, let's go into it. Hands to low back. Here we go. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze your butt. Maybe farther than before. So much butt squeeze. Then inhale, lengthen. I'm in the ceiling. I'm pulling your chest to the sky. Keep it there. And then on your exhale, put your chin in and then drop it back. Look behind you. Stay for your 4 deep breaths. Check in with your body. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep lifting your chest. Coming back up slowly, pulling your belly button deep toward your spine to protect your lower back. And then exhale, relax. Take your 2 deep breaths. Notice if your knees have gone up even wider. Again, my hips are like, wow, we're not doing anything. So I really need to pay attention so my knees don't go out wider and wider and I don't end up in a frog stretch while I'm doing this. If that happens to you, something to be mindful of. In our last set, this one's gonna be much more intense. Your arms will be like this. Remember, you're gonna try to bring your arms as close by your head as possible. So arms out like this. I mean, naturally, sometimes people's arms are like this, that's okay. But not like this, please don't do that. Arms as close to your head as possible. So let's start down by our side first. Get your good alignment. Take a deep breath in. Float the arms up as close to your ears as you can. And then keep that length. Exhale, squeeze your butt, pressing your hips forward. Inhale, chest to the sky. Exhale, chin back. Then drop your head back. Arms stay by the ears. You go behind you for your 4 deep breaths. Keep squeezing your butt. Keep lifting your chest. Inhaling up slowly, belly button is spine. Exhale, floating the arms down. Check in with your body. Take 2 deep breaths. And then very slowly, sinking your hips onto your heels. Low back might feel a little funky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull your belly button deep toward your spine. Elongate that lower back. And then walk yourself down to your child's pose where you'll rest for 2 deep breaths. Forehead on the floor. And then feel yourself breathing into your lower back. Fill it up full of air. And then exhale, let it go. Belly button to spine. And then use an inhale to roll back up 1 vertebrae at a time. Head comes up last. All right, we're gonna flip ourselves over, find ourselves in a seated position. Legs are parallel, right out from your hips. Toes are facing forward. Arms are out in front like a zombie. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, curve your spine. Chin falls into your chest. Slowly roll yourself down for 8, 7, don't crash, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, woo! And then pull your knees into your chest. Hug them close. Rock yourself right and left. And just breathe. And then stopping here, we're gonna place the feet back into the floor a little bit closer to your butt this time. Like making sure that your heels are underneath your knees. All right, then arms are down by your side. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, pull your belly button deep toward your spine, flattening your whole back onto the floor. Rib cage is closed. And then squeeze your butt, press your hips up to the sky. So low butt squeeze, exhale. You should really feel it in low butt, not low back as much as low butt. We're gonna drop our butt back down and squeeze it back up for 8. Exhale, inhale. Notice if your knees like to fall out to the side. Try to keep them in line with your feet. For 4, relax your shoulders. 3, 2,
Last one, find your max. Pulse in your max squeeze for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Then hold and squeeze for 4. Keep breathing. 3, knees in line. 2, maybe higher. Exhale. Then soften and lower from top to bottom, 1 vertebrae at a time. Once your hips touch the floor, float the knees back into the chest. Hug them close, relax. You can rock your head right and left. Breathe. All right, then stop in here. Place your feet back to the place. Arms return back down by your side. Feet are facing forward. Take your deep breath in. Exhale. Belly button is spine. Whole back is flat onto the floor. Squeeze your butt. Float your pelvis up back to that place. And then check out what's going on. Knees should be in line with your feet. You've got low butt squeeze. Belly button is spine. So like sometimes like this happens. If that's happening, your rib cage is out, arching low back, take a deep breath in. Exhale. Belly button is spine. Send it back into your hips. You should really feel hips stretching like crazy. Or you can either stay here and breathe, or we're going to go into a shoulder bridge. So bring your, interlace your fingers underneath your back. Press your fists down into the floor. Try to straighten your arms. And then one at a time, walk your shoulders underneath you. So now your chest is like flaring up to the sky. Your chin's into your chest. We're going to try to pull all of that back in with our 4 deep breaths. So take your deep breath in. On your exhale, soften your rib cage and push your hips up higher, squeezing your butt. Take 3 more breaths just like that. Remember, if you feel it a lot in your low back, keep squeezing your butts. Once all the air is gone on that last one, place your palms back onto the floor, walk the shoulders out one at a time, and then take one last exhale to squeeze your hips higher, and then soften and lower top to bottom, 1 vertebrae at a time. Once your hips touch the floor, float your knees into your chest, hug them close, take 2 deep breaths. All right, we're going to try to go into a shoulder stand. If the shoulder stand's not happening for you, you can just try as much as you can. I'll walk you through how to go into it. So legs are going to be shooting up to the sky. You're going to bring your legs a little bit closer to you so you can get your hands underneath your hips. So then legs are kind of piked toward my face. I'm going to squeeze my butt to lift my legs perhaps up to the sky. So even when you're up like this, legs might be a little bit like this. Just keep trying to squeeze your butt, press your legs up to the sky, engaging your leg muscles so much that perhaps you don't need your hands for 4 deep breaths. I need my hands. Keep squeezing your butt, I forgot. And then coming back down, we're gonna bring our legs, so sitting back, bring your legs into your pike position. And then arms go back down to the floor if you can, or you can still hold on. Try to lower yourself 1 vertebrae at a time. Do, 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 do. Don't crash. Once your hips touch the floor, bring your knees into your chest, hug them close. Take 2 deep breaths. We have 2 minutes. All right, so we're gonna place the soles of the feet back onto the floor, about hip distance. Feet are facing forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Belly button is spine. Engage your abs. Everything is flat onto the floor. And then keep that engagement. Inhale, float the arms up overhead by your ears. Maybe the back of the palms touch the floor. And then exhale, float the arms down. Again, arms stay close toward the midline of your body. We're making an I, not a Y. Once your arms come back down by your side, you're gonna lift just the right one up Back of the palm touches the floor. Inhale. Exhale, switch. Once they're switched, inhale. Exhale, switch. Every exhale pulls your belly button deeper toward your spine. Notice if your legs are like this. Try to keep them engaged. Everything is flat onto the floor. Last one. And then pull both knees into your chest. One hand on either knee. Stir your knees out and around. Breathe. Reverse your circles. And then stopping here. Keep your right knee bent. Allow your left leg to fall down flat. Left hand comes to the outside of that right knee. Right arm out to the side with your palm down. And then cross this right leg over to the left. Aiming that knee to touch the floor. It's okay if it doesn't. Turn your head all the way to the right. And then maybe like a little bit more. Shoulders stay on the floor, but your right hip is up. Take 2 deep breaths. Allow your body to sink into this twist on your exhale. So a little bit more twist if you can. Use your next exhale to roll yourself onto your back again. Both knees pulled tight. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders onto the floor. All right, left leg's turn. Extend that right leg down. This time, right hand on the outside of the left knee, left arm out. Take this left leg over to the right knee. Maybe touches the floor. It's okay if it doesn't. Hip comes off the floor to do this. Shoulders stay on the floor. Head turns all the way to the left. Maybe even place your left ear on the floor. Take your 2 deep breaths. Gentle pressure with your palm on the outside of that knee, coaxing it closer to the floor as you turn your head a little bit more, or don't. Pay attention to what your body's feeling. And then use your next exhale to lower yourself completely flat onto your back. And let's just take 2 deep breaths here. Just allow your body to settle. You can close your eyes. Maybe you start to thank your body for all the work you just did. In particular, you can thank your back muscles. You can thank your spine and the muscles of your shoulders and all the tendons and ligaments that help it all along to move. And then if you feel like you want to stay down here and relax, you totally can. Or if you want to get up, bring your legs together, engage those leg muscles, squeeze your legs together, flex your feet. Bring your arms back up by your head, back of the palms maybe touch the floor. Fingertips are reaching toward the back wall, and then inhale, stretch your arms up. Exhale, chin into chest. Giant sit up. Or just stay and relax. All right, everyone, that's all we have for today for our shoulders and back flexibility. I hope everyone feels really, really good. Thank you so much for working out with me.